feel it now. It's all around me, a silent voice I can't deny. A mother's arms, how they surround me. They sing the beauty of my life.
It will last forever. It will never fade away. Never cause me pain. This love, this love.
I close my eyes. It takes me over. A memory deep down in my soul, and safe from harm to be beside you. A light will shine upon the world.
It will last forever.
Om Shanti. Day 40. So now check whether you have love in your heart. Have you made God your friend? Why would you make someone your friend? There is greater love for a friend than for a father. So you have made God your friend, have you not? Whenever anything comes in front of you, tell Baba, Baba, you look after it. Become small children, do not become big. Then Father will look after everything. Keep him tied with a string of love in such a way that he cannot even move. Do you understand? Did all of you understand? Many times children say, Baba, today I forgot you. I forgot Baba. Hearing this, Bapdada would be so amazed. You forgot? You have forgotten me for 63 births. You forgot him even now? This is just for one birth, and such a short birth at that. You forgot him for 21 births. Are you still forgetting him? Therefore now understand the cleverness of Maya. This is the Avyakta Murli of 5th February 2009. This is in continuation with what we were discussing yesterday. So Baba is asking, do all of you have love of Baba in your heart? And the best thing to do is to make him your friend. There's greater love for a friend than for the father. And if anything comes in front of you, any problem, any challenge, any difficulty, what you should do? Just tell Baba. You look after it. You take care of it. Become small children, do not become big. The Father will look after everything. Keep him tied with a string of love in such a way that he cannot even move. This is such a beautiful statement. Keep him tied with the string of love that he cannot even move. To make him one's friend, is definitely a very, very special relationship. With a friend, we share everything. A friend is always nearer and closer than near relatives. We may not disclose things in front of our parents, but we always confide in secrets in our friends. And God is the friend of friends. He is the greatest, the highest, the dearest, the loveliest, the sweetest, and the most beautiful friend we ever had. That's why Baba is asking, how can you forget him? Do you forget him? You already forgot him for 63 birth. So, one of the methods to be with him, to stay close to him, is to make him your dearest friend. When I walk, I am walking with him. When I move, when I eat, when I sleep, when I drink, when I work, whatever I do with him. This consciousness is very important or helpful to stay in the elevated stage. Once Dadi Gulzar was asked, we are faced with Maya every now and then. What should we do? And the same answer Dadi had given. Don't become big, be a small child and hand over all your responsibilities to him and he will take care. Dadi said this is Kali Yuga. So Kali Yuga will have difficulties. It is impossible that you will not have difficulties. But the sign of the yogi is to remain light. The sign of the yogi is to remain above the difficulties, above the problems, above the challenges, and to stay in that pure stage of consciousness which is filled with love of God. So Baba is saying, keep him tied with the love, with the string of your love. Keep him so tightly tied that he cannot even move. That's a beautiful statement. And the real cleverness is this. How can we keep him with us all the time? In fact, this is the real spiritual progress. That God is with me all the time. I feel His presence around me. Just as we heard in the song, this love, it will never fade away. This love, this will last forever. This love, it's like a mother's arm. This love is like a mother's arm that spreads around me. I am surrounded by it. Feel as if you are in the lap of God. As if you are in the lap of God all the time. Whilst moving, sleeping, sitting, doing all the ordinary chores of life. Feel as if you are in the lap of God. The yoga shouldn't become a difficult procedure or effort or endeavor. Rather, it should become a plaything. Many times Baba has said that renunciation should not get reflected on your face. Rather, what your face should show? Fortune, not tyag, not the renunciation. This is the real sign of a yogi, that fortune is shining on your face rather than renunciation. So we try to make yoga difficult, and yoga is the easiest subject in the world and yet difficult. So yesterday was the day of great shock for all the Brahmin family, and suddenly, as if the wheel of memories started moving in the minds and hearts of all the Brahmin children. Double foreigners were often very curious, inquisitive about all these things like trance, channeling, descent of God in Dadi, and they used to ask a lot of questions. This is a very beautiful book which consists of all the questions by double foreigners, mostly double foreigners to Dadi. It's available only in English, real gold. So one of the questions they asked was the signs of spiritual progress. They asked Dadi, what are the signs of spiritual progress? And Dadi told about 5 answers, the 5 signs of spiritual progress. The first was, you are able to challenge matter, especially in the form of tiredness. The true experience of being an instrument of God enables you to put physical considerations aside. This is done very consciously in the full awarenesses that everything is now based on spirituality and Srimad. So how do I know that I am progressing spiritually? What is the barometer of spiritual progress? So Dadi said, the first barometer will be, you will start becoming tireless. There would not be any feeling of fatigue. The second is about Gyan. The third is about yoga. The fourth is about dharana, and fifth is about service. So Dadi said these are the 5 signs of spiritual progress. What happens in Gyan? You can easily go into the depths of Gyan, which in turn creates a high level of intoxication naturally. You will be just sitting there, having an internal conversation with Baba about a particular topic, and suddenly there will be great clarity, followed by a feeling of great exhilaration. So Gyan will become clear. You can penetrate into Gyan very easily. This is the sign that you are progressing spiritually, and all this thing will happen naturally, without your conscious efforts. You are just sitting in front of Baba, having a conversation with him, thinking of a particular topic, and suddenly the topic becomes clear. All the haze, the mist, the fogs of confusion would get clear, and things would be seen as they are. This is the sign that you are progressing spiritually. So Gyan becomes easy, and there would be great feeling of exhilaration, a great jubilant joy. You will become joyous inside, jumping with new energy, being pumped by a newfangled clarity, which was missing and has not come, has come now. So that is the second sign of spiritual progress. What will happen in yoga? So Dadi said, you will become focused in yoga, and there will be increasing clarity about the method. You simply identify what you want to experience. You just have to say, this I want to experience, and suddenly that thing will come to you. Angelic stage, and immediately angelic stage will come. So here Dadi says, you want to experience a quality of Baba's, a special relationship, one of his titles or one of your own, and have a heart-to-heart conversation about it. Then Baba takes you to the incorporeal world where you experience one or other of those aims. So yoga will become so easy that you just have to name what you want. You want angelic stage, you will experience angelic stage. You want deity stage, deity stage. Worship worthy soul, worship worthy stage, worship worthy stage. You want to have combined experience, you want to have a particular relationship with him, you want to experience that combined stage of the supreme abode. That stage will come. You name it and you have it. This is the sign that you are progressing spiritually. What will happen in dharana? What will happen in dharana? So dharana will also become very natural. You react naturally and positively in more consistent ways to things that would have confused and distressed you in the past. Till now you would You used to get confused by things. But as you are progressing spiritually, your dharnas will become natural. Till now you are struggling, fighting, waging war against vices. But now the conquest of vices would becomes like a drop of hat. Very easy. So dharnas would become natural, easy for you. What about service? It will be automatic. So Dadi is saying here, your understanding of the real nature of the service deepens. There is an increased sense of pride at being an instrument of God. However, because there is a recognition of the limitations of your own intellect, there is also a lot of humility. There is deepened realization that all the greatness is because Baba is using the soul. So on one side, there is a spiritual intoxication, a spiritual pride, that I am an instrument and doing all these things. At the same time, there is humility. Humility based on what? Because I alone can't do anything. I'm such an insignificant creature without Him. It is His power that flows in me. It is His power that moves me. It is His power which is responsible for all the things which I am doing. So His hand of blessing is upon me, and without Him I am nothing. So this very realization makes one humble. So there would be humility. Otherwise, whatever service we do, it's there. That service is just an expansion of ego and nothing else. That service is just an expansion of I. Even the thing that I am an instrument is forgotten so many times. And that's why service itself becomes a trap, a maya, a snare, a prison. So these are the 5 signs of spiritual progress. The first, you start challenging matter. And there is an increasing feeling of joy all the time. You remain enthusiastic all the time. Gyan, you can enter and penetrate into the depth of Gyan very easily. Clarity increases. Otherwise, what we call Gyan, we have just read Gyan, we have just heard Gyan, not understood it. Hearing, reading is just initial kindergarten stages. We haven't understood it. Understanding Gyan is entirely a different process. Had we understood, we would have become awakened. And if we are awakened, there cannot be any sinful act. The very fact that there are lapses, the very fact that there are mistakes, blunders, we are not totally awakened. A stage of total awakening is the stage of understanding. Total understanding leads to total awakening. So what we have known about Gyan is just information, or we just dabble with few points of knowledge. That's it. So with spiritual progress, the Gyan, the depth increases. What about yoga? Yoga becomes natural. Whatever stage you want, you order it and it comes on the platter. Dharna, all dharnas would become easy, natural. You don't have to work very hard. Purity will come so naturally. And the purity would be very, very deep purity. Purity of dreams, of thoughts, vrittis. And service, there would be a beautiful balance of spiritual pride and an ongoing, unobtrusive humility. There is a huge list of questions and answers. Here's, let Baba look after everything and make you free. Whenever you consider mine becomes a burden, give it to him and all mine is finished. At another place, Dadi says, once you have given something to Baba, you cannot take it back. That would be dishonest because it doesn't belong to you anymore. In any distressing, challenging situation, just become the child and hand over to the mother whatever you do not want. There is no excuse for a Brahmin soul to feel sad. No matter where you live physically, you are in Baba's lap. So this is a very beautiful yoga, that where I am in Baba's lap all the time. You are being sustained by him. Continue to look at yourself honestly and simply let go of any weakness. Give them to him. Take this up as a personal responsibility. Let Baba and everyone else see what a great soul you have become. So these are teachings, lessons we have heard of, we have known for years together. Now it is the time to implement. Now it is the time to become an embodiment. Now it's an awakening call. The world would definitely enter a new phase, a new era, a new epoch. There is subtle earthquakes in the minds of Brahmin because of this great event on the world drama. So definitely time will bring with it something new, something never thought of. And all those things we had been hearing in Murli for so many years would come to pass soon. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So now check whether you have love in your heart. Have you made God your friend? Why would you make someone your friend? There is a greater love a friend than for a father. So you have made God your friend, have you not? Whenever anything comes in front of you, tell Baba, Baba, you look after it. Become small children, do not become big. Then the Father will look after everything. Keep him tied with the string of love in such a way that he cannot even move. Do you understand? Did all of you understand? Many times children say, Baba, today I forgot Baba. Hearing this, Bapdada would be so amazed. You have forgotten him for 63 births. You forgot him even now. This is just for one birth, and such a short birth at that. You forget him for 21 births. Are you still forgetting him? Therefore now understand the cleverness of Maya. Avyakta Murli, 5th February 2009. Om Shanti.